Today we're doing Module 5, Lesson 3. The objective is to break apart a whole into fractional units and identify the parts. The materials needed for today are your online whiteboard or your whiteboard dry erase marker and dry eraser. The teaching style I'm going to follow is where I do it, we do it together, and you do it on your own. First, we have an example here, and it says identify the parts. Now, this fraction strip should look just like the one that you have made. But as you can see, some of it has been shaded in. So the first thing I'm going to do is figure out how many parts this is broken into. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this fraction strip is broken into 4 equal parts, which we know is also called fourths. So there are 4 equal parts in all. And then it says blank are shaded. 1, 2. 2 of the pieces are shaded. So that could be written as 2 fourths. Right? 2 of the 4 pieces are shaded. Another way we might write that is 2 out of 4 pieces are shaded, and we would say that that is 2 fourths. Let's go ahead and go to our next example. This one I'm going to have you try with me. The first thing I would like you to do is count how many equal pieces there are and write that on your whiteboard. Okay, let's go ahead and count how many pieces there are all together in this fraction strip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 equal parts in all. We would call that sixths. Now I'd like you to take a moment and count how many of those 6 are shaded, or how many are colored in. Okay, let's count how many pieces are shaded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 are shaded, so we could write that 5. So 5 sixths are shaded. If we write that as a fraction, we're going to write it as 5 over 6. 5 out of the 6 pieces are shaded, which is 5 sixths. Let's go ahead and try one more all together. This time I want you to try and solve the whole thing. So count how many pieces there are, how many equal pieces. Then count how many are shaded. And go ahead and write that as a fraction for me. Okay, let's go ahead and check your work. We're going to count how many equal parts altogether. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 equal parts. We would call that sevenths. And remember, if you forget which word goes with which parts, you have it written on the back of your fraction strips. You can always get your fraction strips out to help you. Now let's count how many are shaded. 1, 2, 3. 3 pieces are shaded. So that is like 3/7. And if we're writing that in fraction form, which you should have on your whiteboard, you would have wrote 3 out of 7 are shaded, which is 3/7. So in all of these examples, if you remember from our vocabulary, the numerator, which is the number on top, is how many pieces are shaded, and the denominator, which is our number on bottom, is how many pieces there are all together. Okay, let's take a look at the homework that you're going to be doing today. It is a CAMI assignment. You are only doing number 2, which looks like this here. It's got 4 different fraction strips. You need to count how many equal parts there are in all, and then how many of those parts are shaded. Okay, and bonus points if you also write that as a fraction over to the side. Go ahead and get started.